our jingle is coming right now. Happy spring. Welcome to ABC Yoga. I'm Amy. Bill playing the guitar, and of course we may see an occasional cat. So we're going to start in a seated position this morning. So if you need a brick, find a brick. I will mute all. Finding those sits bones, a nice, beautiful, tall spine, the crown of the head reaching to the heavens. And just allow your hands gently to rest on top of your thighs. Spread your fingers wide. Swallow a few times. And just taking these first few initial conscious breaths to energetically come into your space. Feeling the temperature on your skin. Noticing the sounds around you, my voice, the rain on the windows, the heater, traffic. And with each conscious inhalation and exhalation, just noticing the sensations around the nostrils, taste inside your mouth. And with your eyes closed, that internal vision inside. Just take another full breath in. Let it go. And gently flutter your eyelids open. We're going to clap our hands together, add some friction. And taking those hands on your heart center, a full breath in here, a full breath out. We'll flutter our eyelids open again. Clap your hands together, rub them together, create that friction. This time the heel of our hands will come on our eyes, a full breath in here, a full breath out. And we'll flutter our eyelids open, starting with your finger pads supporting you on the floor. We take a full breath in, reach the arms up overhead, push your palms away, nice long exhale. Moving with our breath, inhale, reach up, exhale, push the palms away, relax the shoulders. Let's take two more. Big breath in, we expand, exhale. Here comes the mountain lion, one more, inhale. Exhale, push the palms away as we twist to the right, left hand on the right knee. We lift our heart and just twist over that right shoulder. Two more here, breathe in. We twist on the exhalation. One more inhale. We gently twist, bring out that spine. And we'll twist in the opposite direction, right hand on left knee. Heart lifts on the inhale, gentle twist on the exhale. We breathe in, and we twist. One more in-breath, and we twist. We'll come back to center, coming to a standing position, but split your feet the width of a leg, so about 3 feet, the length of a leg, I should say, about the length of a leg. Toes turned in slightly, slight bend in the knees, that left hand comes right in front of you. We inhale, extend that right hand high, spread the fingers wide, we'll twist our wrists. And change direction. And on the exhalation, we slowly lower that right hand down. In place of the left hand, big breath in, left hand extends. Fingers spread wide, we twist the wrist. And we'll please change direction. And we'll lower that left hand down, heel toe those feet together so your feet are just a little wider than hips distance. We interlace our fingers, take them behind the head, and spread the elbows wide. Bend your knees more so more weight is in the balls of the feet, and you use some light traction just to gently move your head side to side. The toes are spread wide. And we'll gently release the hands to the floor, deep bend in the knees, unwind the spine. Big breath in, extend lines of energy up. And take that right hand on your left wrist. We lift our heart, slight bend in the knees as we open up the left side of the body. And taking your arms up and over. So keeping your knees bent, or try straight legs, bumping your hip out. Noticing what the changes in your body when you alternate or just change that pose. Inhale, come back to standing. Take the opposite wrist. We expand, lift up and over. Steady breathing. And we'll come back to center, release the hands alongside the body, coming to the top of your mat. We'll take a big breath in. And we'll forward fold, Uttanasana. We find that halfway lift. Step that right knee to the back of the mat. Untuck the toes as we melt into those hips. We open up the collarbones. And just tucking that right toe under, we'll step that right foot to the left. We find that halfway lift, a forward fold. This time step that left foot back, left knee to the earth, untuck the toes, and just melt into the hips. We open up the collarbones. And you'll tuck those left toes under, step the left foot to the right. We find that halfway lift, a forward fold. Now stepping both feet back into that high plank. Shoulders over wrist creases. Lift that back body. We'll float the right toes off the mat. Find that balance. Right toes down, left toes hover. Hips are level, you're straightening through those arms. Lower the left toes to the earth. Now lift the sits bones, eyes towards the back of the mat, finding your downward dog. So we'll pedal out the feet, warming up the calves, opening up the arches. And just walk those feet in just a little bit so your heels, they may touch the mat, they may not, but you have a shorter stance in your downward dog. We'll take the right hand to the left ankle or calf, take it back to the mat. Now left hand to the right ankle or mat. Release the left hand down, find a high plank, and then downward dog. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So right hand to left ankle, we find that gentle twist, change sides, left hand, right ankle or calf, find your way to high plank, downward dog. Beautiful, 1 more time. Right hand, left ankle or calf, change sides, find your way to high plank. Nice, downward dog, eyes towards the back of the mat. Our right leg lifts. We bend the knee, we stack the hips. Chest, move your chest so it's parallel to the floor. We lengthen that right leg, take the right knee to the right elbow, pause, and extend that leg up. Take the knee to the nose, round that back body, moving slowly, and extend. We take that right knee now to the left elbow. Maybe it connects, and extend, and find warrior 1. Both feet on the floor, ride that breath all the way up. Palms are facing that center line. Draw that right hip back, left shoulder forward. Lift your heart, maybe eyes up towards the sky. And we'll lower our hands to the mat. Beautiful. Take that right foot back, pause into high plank. And just meet in downward dog, eyes towards the back of the mat. Other side, the left leg lifts. Stack those hips, left hip on top of the right, that left knee reaches high. We spin our chest parallel to the floor, hollow out those armpits. Then please lengthen that left leg. Take the left knee towards the left elbow. Maybe it connects. You shift that weight forward, then extend. Now drawing that knee to your nose, round that back body, and extend through the toes. Now take that knee to the opposite elbow, to that right elbow. We lengthen, and then step that left foot forward, warrior one. Both feet on the floor, big breath in. Palms face that center line. Now the left hip comes back, right shoulder forward, maybe gaze up towards the sky. With control, we lower the hands down, beautiful. That right leg back. Now we go from high plank to low plank. Drop the knees if you wish. A baby cobra or upward dog. Opening up the tops of the feet, open up those collarbones. Toes tucked under, we roll over into our downward dog. Soft eye gaze at the back of the mat. So please shake out that head. Finding that breath. Lift through those sits bones, lengthen that back body. One more in breath. Let it go completely. As we shift our eyes forward, deep bend in the knees and the hip creases, we hop or walk to the top of the mat, halfway lift, forward fold, and then ride all the way up. Big breath in, and then we'll swan dive forward, navel in and up towards the spine. Warming up this morning, we find that halfway lift. We step or jump those feet back, high to low plank. Modify if you wish. Cobra or upward dog. Downward dog, eyes towards the back of the mat. Right leg lifts. We bend the knee, we stack the hips. Lengthen that right leg. We take that right knee towards our right elbow. And extend. Same sequence, we'll add on. Take the knee to the nose, we round the back body. And extend. Now take that knee to the left elbow, shift that weight forward, extend through the toes, warrior one. Come all the way up, big breath in. So that right hip back, left shoulder forward. Again, find that length, lines of energy through the fingertips. Now hands come behind the back body, interlace the fingers, lift your heart into our silver surfer. Crown of the head on the inside of the front foot. So notice where those hip points are. You want to spin them towards the back of the mat. Opening up those shoulders by drawing your hands away from the back body. Spread the toes, find that firm foundation. We find that one more full breath in. One more full breath out. With control, we unravel, release the hands up, and your vinyasa. Beautiful, take your time, that right leg back, high to low, cobra or up dog, downward dog, eyes towards the back of the mat. With the next inhale, the left leg lifts, bend the knee, stack the hips, root through those hands, then find that length as you point through the toes, take the knee outside that left elbow, shift that weight forward, then find that extension through the toes. On the next breath, we round, maybe connect with that knee, then push the toes away. Beautiful. Crisscross to that opposite elbow, shift that weight forward. We lengthen, warrior one. Take your time, ride that breath all the way up. Spin those hips so the hip points are to the front of your mat. Hands behind the back body, opposite thumb on top. Open up that heart. Then ride that breath down, crown of the head on the inside of that left foot. So move the hip points to the back of the mat. Draw your hands away from the back body. Track the left knee over the left ankle. One more full breath here. Finish that exhalation, then slowly unravel. Release the hands, eyes straight ahead, your vinyasa with control. Adding extra push-ups, maybe a three-legged vinyasa. Making this your own practice. We meet in downward dog, soft eye gaze. Enjoying that breath. Clearing the sleep away. Feel the expansion with each inhalation. The gentle relaxing on the exhalation. Please take one more breath in. We let it go. Look forward, deep bend in the knees and the hip crease. You hop, maybe fly to the top, halfway lift. Forward fold into our chair. We'll just stay here for one full breath in, one full breath out. Hands to heart center as we fold, crown of the head towards the mat, halfway lift, step or jump those feet back with control, high to low. Cobra or upward dog, downward dog, eyes towards the back of the mat. One more time, right leg lifts, stack those hips, extend that right leg, take the right knee to the right elbow. Maybe it connects, and we'll push that foot away. Take the knee to the nose, we round that back body. Extend. We take the knee outside the left elbow, kick the leg out. You can stay here or finding fallen triangle. Weight into that right hand as we extend that left hand up towards the sky. So lift through those hips, maybe drop that left hand and we open up the heart. Use the foundation of your feet. We're expanding. Then with control, that left hand to the mat, extend the right leg up towards the sky. We step it forward into our warrior one. You're just here, ride that breath all the way up. Hands behind the back body. Heart lifts on the inhale. Silver surfer on the exhale. One full breath in. One full breath out. Then we slowly ride back all the way up to warrior one and open into warrior two. So drop into those hips. Take a moment to look at that right knee that's trekking right over the right ankle. Now we'll take the forearm on the thigh, left arm up and over. So sit into your hips, spread the toes. We'll move into warrior two and we'll reverse. Fan those ribs wide. Beautiful, back into warrior two. Lower body stays where it is. Forearm on thigh, left arm up and over. Two more, just moving between these postures. Find that foundation. Fan the ribs wide. Back to stillness on warrior two. Forearm on thigh, left arm up and over. So we'll cycle through that one more time. Warrior two. We reverse. Back to warrior two. Your vinyasa. Hands to the mat. Right leg back. High to low. Cobra or up dog. We'll meet in downward dog. Eyes towards the back of the mat. Shake out that head. Other side, left leg lifts. We bend the knee, we stack the hips. Left toes extend. Take the left knee to the left elbow. Maybe it connects. We shift that weight forward. Then extend, point through the toes. On that inhale, round that back body, knee to the nose. We find that extension. Now we take that left knee outside the right elbow. It stays there, or extend that leg. You can find that stability here, or weight into that left hand. We lift that right hand up towards the sky. So use the feet, lift the hips, maybe open up that chest. Take your time. Then with control, that right hand comes to the floor, left leg lifts up towards the sky. We step it forward into warrior one. Foundation to rise. We take the hands behind the back body, lift your heart, silver surfer. Take your time on that ride all the way down, crown of the head towards the floor, draw your hands away from the back body. One full breath in, one full breath out. On an inhale, we release the hands, finding your way back through warrior one to blossom open into warrior two. So drop into those hips. Take a look at that left knee, tracking it over the left ankle. Let's sit a little deeper. Soften those shoulders away from your ears. We'll take the forearm on the thigh, right arm up and over. Finding your way back into warrior two, listening to the rain. We'll fan those ribs wide. And working our way back into warrior two, find that stillness. Forearm on thigh, right arm up and over. Back into warrior two. We'll reverse one more time to warrior two. Now hands to the mat. Left leg back, your vinyasa. High to low. Cobra or upward dog. Downward dog, soft eye gaze. Lift through those sits bones. Shake out that head. Just pedal out your feet here again. Drawing those heels to the mat, warming up those calves. A full breath in. A full breath out. Deep bend in the knees. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold into our chair. So we sit down. We find that extension. We bring our prayer to our heart center. Full breath in. Deep twist to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee. Now working on balance, we haven't done this for several weeks. We'll shift our gaze to all 10 toes. Right foot is rooted. You lift that left foot just a couple of inches. It's easy to lift that leg high, but you want to just hover that leg a couple of inches, then just take that foot back flat on the floor. We'll take that 3 more times. So energizing that right foot, find your core connection, hover those feet, hover the foot a couple inches off the mat, take it back down. 2 more. Move with your breath. You can fake it till you make it, just maybe lifting up that heel. We're engaging that core, finding our balance. Take the foot back on the floor. Last time here. So that left foot, we hover and then step that leg all the way back into that high lunge or just drop the knee to the earth. So you're pressing through that heel, stacking those elbows in one line. Take the belly off the thigh. Finding that breath. That's it, gorgeous. 1 more inhale here. On an exhale, we look to the toes, step that left foot to the right into our chair. Wow, straightening out those legs, beautiful. I'll just spin around. We'll take our hands to our heart center. Full breath in. We twist in the other direction. So find that connection here. Elbows in one line. Now we gaze towards the toes. Weight into that left foot. That right foot hovers. So maybe this is an easier side for you. We'll take that foot back on the floor. Again, you can fake it till you make it. Maybe just take a bend in the right knee or explore just hovering that leg, just a couple of inches off the mat. Take the foot back on the floor. 2 more times. Breathing heavy here. We lift that right foot off the floor. Find that balance. Take it back on the mat. Last time, you know where we're going. So we float that right foot off the mat. Take a giant step into that high lunge or drop that right knee to the earth. Soles of the palms connect. You find that gorgeous gentle twist. Reach through that right heel. Steady breathing. We'll shift our eyes towards that front foot. In one breath, in one movement, step the right foot to the left into our chair pose. Lines of energy out through the fingertips, hands to heart center as we fold forward. Nice work. So split those feet hips distance. We'll take a deeper bend in our knees for this version. Take your hands behind the back body. Maybe you find your finger pads, but you'll shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Breathe into the back body. Shake out that head. Lick your lips, swallow a few times. One more full in breath. One more full out breath. We'll release the hands to the floor, heel toe those feet together. We find that halfway lift. Hands to the mat, we step or jump those feet back, high to low plank. Cobra or upward dog, downward dog, soft eye gaze. Slow down that breath. Hands are rooted, toes turned in just slightly. Activate those heels to the floor. We lift through those sits bones. One more beautiful breath in. Nice long exhale. Bend those knees lightly, jump, fly, or walk to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold, back into that chair. So we've been here a couple of times. Energetically squeeze those knees together. We bring our prayer to our heart, and we'll twist to the right. We find that length and just a gentle twist. Elbows in one plane. One more breath here. Finish that exhale. We'll find our way back into chair. Release those hands. Squeeze those knees together. Tuck your tail. Prayer to our hearts. Big breath in as we twist in the opposite direction. For one cycle of breath in. One cycle of breath out. On an inhale, last time back through our chair. Hands to heart center as we fold forward. We find that halfway lift. Step or jump those feet back. High to low plank. Cobra or up dog. Nice downward dog. Eyes towards the back of the mat. Our right leg extends. Step it forward into warrior two. Arms circle up and over. We drop into those hips as we lengthen that right leg, finding our triangle. So extend, release, and left hand up towards the sky. Steady breathing. We'll take that left hand over the ear and invite that right palm to meet it. Soften that right knee. You're holding that beach ball. Use that core. We blossom all the way up into warrior two. Now we'll straighten that leg. Right toes in, left toes out into warrior two on the other side. So drop into the hips. Make sure that left knee's protected. Lines of energy out through the fingertips. Now we'll straighten that left leg. Bump the hips back. Find that extension. Gorgeous. Release the hand. Right hand up towards the sky. Steady breathing. We'll take that right hand over the right ear. And maybe invite that left palm to meet it. You're holding that imaginary beach ball. Maybe soften that left knee. Use that core. We'll blossom open into warrior two. Beautiful. Now we straighten that left leg again. Spin the toes in. Arms up overhead. Deep bend in that right elbow. We draw those floating ribs back into the body. Soften those knees. Maybe you're working on the bind. So holding on to your top. Use a hand towel. Slight bend in the knees. Hinge your hips forward. Lengthen through the spine. Shake out that head. Breathe into the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back. One more breath here. We complete that exhalation, then slowly ride that breath all the way up. Nice, we'll release the hands and we'll come to the other side. So a full breath in, deep bend in that left elbow. You can stay supported here. Take the hand behind the back body, hang on to your top or a hand towel. Slight bend in the knees, hinge from your hips. Crown of the head towards the floor, a beautiful long spine. Swallow, relax your face. 2 more breaths here. Take a final full inhale. Let it go. Slowly ride all the way up. Nice, we'll release the hands. Heel toe those feet together. So your feet are at a 45-degree angle and just drop into those hips. So we'll take our hands on our thighs, a nice tall spine. We'll draw that right shoulder towards our left knee and come back to center. 3 more on this side. We'll move with our breath. Inhale, we reach back to home base. 2 more. I see Frida moving around. 1 more. Shoulder to the knee and back to center. We'll come to the other side. So left shoulder, right knee, back to center. We're breathing. We're reaching. Last one on this side, we're expanding back to center. Now hands come behind our head. We interlace like we did earlier today. We open up those elbows. So right elbow towards the right knee, back to center, change sides. Then we twist to the right, we twist to the left. Again, right knee, right elbow, left knee. We twist and we twist 2 more times. So maybe they connect. We're opening up the side bodies. We're expanding, opening up the body, moving the spine in many directions. Last time, right knee, right elbow, left knee. We twist, gently release, straighten those legs, heel toe those feet together. Samastitihi. But let's go to the floor and find a child's pose. So first child's pose of the day. As wide of a stance as you wish. Big toes touch. Find those hips towards your heels. And then just settle your chest down. Forehead to a brick or to the floor. Reconnect with that breath. Just noticing how you're feeling. If you're energized, sluggish, we're just checking in. Gently move your forehead side to side. And let's walk our hands to the left side of our mat, taking our hands parallel for this version. Forehead may come to the floor. You feel that gorgeous stretch under the right side of the body, under the armpit, across the chest. See if you can find your sits bones connecting with your heels. Then we'll take a walk to the other side. So we're lengthening out that spine. Keep the hands parallel. Feel that gorgeous stretch on the left side of the body. Maybe explore coming out of the finger pads. Feel that deeper stretch. Then we'll walk our hands center. Taking forehead to the floor, elbows to the floor. You can draw the soles of your palms together. Melt through the heart. And we'll slowly transition onto our hands and knees. Cross your ankles. And we'll come onto our backs. So if you have a brick close by, grab the brick. Going to do a little bit of ab work. You can always use a, you don't need to use a brick, but we've done this before where we hug the brick between your ankles. Again, you can do this without the brick. Flex your feet and we'll synchronize our hands up over our head as we hover the heels above the floor. So take your time, find that expansion, then use the core to take that brick into your hands and draw the hands over the heels to the floor. So we're moving slowly, engaging the core, shift the brick between your ankles and slowly ride that breath down. On the inhale, we bring everything back to center and just take your time, ride that 5 or 6 count breath down, and then we ride it up. So as we move more slowly in the postures, we feel a lot more. We sense a lot more. We'll just do 2 more exchanges. So again, you'll get these same benefits even without the brick. Last exchange here. You can take the brick to the side. Just take a mini Shavasana, palms up towards the sky. Feel the breath. Deepen the breath. Rock your head side to side. And we'll we'll hug our knees in, cross our ankles, and we'll massage that back body. So warming up that core, 3 or 4 rocks. Feet on the floor, and then unwind that spine. Come all the way up. Samastitihi, hands at our heart center. So we'll bend that right knee in towards our chest. And you'll take that right foot in the inner left thigh. So finding that connection here, left hand on the right knee, and we'll take that right hand behind you. So you're in a supported balancing posture and just exploring changing our drishti. So we're looking straight ahead and just take your eye gaze towards the side. Can you feel that connection of your foot against the inner left thigh? So stay here or go a little further, shifting your eye gaze to find that right thumb. If you fall out, just come right back in. Eyes to the side. Now eyes in front of you, both hands up towards the sky as we unhinge that foot, unhinge that knee, flex the foot and pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, bend the knee into Virabhadrasana 3. So reach your heart forward, level off the hips. So lift that back leg higher. That's it, Stacy. Taking flight, maybe take your hands out towards the sky, out towards the side, we're flying. And we'll slowly lower that right leg down. Samastitihi, hands at your heart center. Feel that foundation. And we'll come to the other side. So the left knee bends. Take the left foot, and you can always use the wall. Feel the left foot in the inner right thigh. You have that connection. You zip up the core, and you take the opposite hand on the knee, and take the left hand behind you. So we're looking straight ahead. Eyes are level. And then just shifting your gaze towards the side. Feel the connection of the left foot in the inner right thigh. Stay here, maybe shift to find that left thumb. We'll slowly shift our eye gaze towards the sky, towards the side, and then out in front. Hands up, unhinge that knee, flex the foot, little pulses. We don't lean back, with control, slow, lift, lift, lift. Lift, now bend the knee, Virabhadrasana 3. Hips are level. That left leg, lift it higher than you think you can. If you fell out, you played your edge, fantastic. Maybe take your arms out to the side, taking flight. Look straight ahead for 3, 2, on 1. Lower the leg down, Samastitihi. We'll wipe that slate clean. Beautiful work. Inhale, we expand. Soften the knees on the exhalation. You find that halfway lift. Jump or step the feet back, high to low. Cobra or up dog. We'll meet in downward dog. Eyes towards the back of the mat. Our right leg lifts. Step the leg outside the right hand for our lizard. Reach through that left heel. So find that length. We're straightening through those, straightening through the arms, straightening through the elbows. And I'll take the left knee to the earth. You stay here or we go a little further. So take your forearms on a brick or to the floor. And exploring the outer edge of that right foot if that's available. So we'll be here for a few breaths. Always versions that we can add on or be content right where you are. So the right hand can come on the inside of the right knee, using some light pressure. Or exploring the quadricep stretch on the left foot. So start by just bending that left knee or reach behind, draw the hands on the top of the foot, heel comes in, chest spins up towards the sky. One more breath here. On an exhale, if you took a bend in the knee, let that leg extend and we'll walk that foot across for our pigeon. Yoo-hoo! Right knee, right thumb, extend that left leg. So level off those hips, walk those hands forward. Slow down the breath. Noticing the forearms on the mat. Soften the shoulders. Keep inviting that left hip point to the mat. So we send our breath to the outer right hip. Notice if there's gripping in the body. You want that rhythmic breath. Finding that relaxed state. And maybe just don't go as far in this posture. Open up the body slowly, breath by breath. Please take one more inhale here. We let that go. Lift your heart, walk your hands in. The left toes tuck under. We step into downward dog or take a full vinyasa. Soft eye gaze towards the back of the mat. Pedal out your feet. The inhalation extends the left leg high. And we take a giant step, that left foot outside, the left hand into our lizard on that 45-degree angle. So just bend through those hips, open up the collarbones. Then allow that right knee to come to the earth. We untuck the toes, opening up the top of the foot. Stay here or forearms on the earth. Or use a brick. So as we go deeper into the posture, just notice where you're feeling the opening in the body. So stay here or find the outer edge of that left foot. You can use some light pressure in the inner left knee. Stay here or find the quadricep stretch on the other side. So first step is just bending the knee, finding the balance, or use that hand. Invite the heel in towards the bottom. You spin your chest up towards the sky. Use the breath, send it to the quadricep. We have one more full breath here. Let that go. If you took a bend in that right knee, gently release the leg and walk that left foot across the mat, finding your way into pigeon on the other side. So left knee towards the left thumb, the right leg extends behind you. Walk your hands forward. Settling in here, 3 to 5 breaths. We're closing that right hip point to the earth. Soften through the face. How much pressure are you using with the forearms? Let the hips do the work. 2 more full breaths here. 1 more in breath. Let that go. We lift our heart on the inhale. We take weight into that left hip this time. We circle those legs out in front of us and just come onto your back body. So hugging those knees in. Feet are side by side. Ankle bones are touching. Your feet are flat. Now squeeze those knees in. Open up the collarbones and invite more spine to connect with the mat. So you're tucking that tail under. We'll keep hold of that right knee and that left leg extends to the mat. That left hand comes on your left hip. You're still squeezing that right knee to the outside of your rib cage. Feel that compression. Squeeze those elbows into the body, your chin towards your chest. Now the right leg extends. You use a strap or use the peace fingers to hang on to that right big toe. So drawing that leg in till you find that resistance. So it's different for all of us. And you'll take your head and shoulders off the mat, your chin towards the shin. Steady breathing, inviting that core to work. So we'll drop our head and shoulders back on the floor and taking that right heel out to the side. That left hand is still holding that left hip down. Reaching through that right heel. Now soften your face. Feeling that inner groin stretch. Noticing what's connected with the floor. Opening up your ears to the rain. Beautiful. Now we lift that right leg high and changing sides. So the left hand outside the outer edge of the right foot. I soften my right knee as we find that intense IT band stretch on the outer side of that right leg. So you can take that right hand out into a T and just go as far till you find that resistance. It's a challenging posture. Soften the face. You find the scissor action with those inner thighs. 1 more breath here. Let it go. And on that in-breath, that right leg comes back towards the ceiling. Both hands now on the right ankle. You lift the leg up and over. And we'll slowly just allow that right leg to come to the mat. Shake it out. Turn the palms up towards the sky. Let's take a full breath in here. Allow the body to soften. A full breath out. Coming to the other side, we invite the left knee in. So fingers interlace below that left knee. The left knee is coming to the outer edge of the left ribs. So squeeze that knee in a little further. You're looking down that center plane of the body. Just hover that right heel off the mat. Just an inch. Feel that stretch. We can take that right heel back to the floor. Now the right hand comes on top of the right hip. We're keeping that hip down. Relax the right foot and just extend the left leg up towards the sky. So maybe for these first initial breaths, you're just warming up that hamstring. Again, you can use a hand towel or a strap or use your peace fingers around that left big toe. So you're inviting the leg to the forehead. Take your head and shoulders off the mat. Use that core. You can keep that knee as bent as you need. Feel that hamstring stretch. Can you reach the toes a little further overhead? Now we take the head and shoulders back on the floor, leading with that left heel. Take the leg out to the side. Relax your face. Lick your lips. And using the core to lift that left leg back up towards the sky, we switch hands. Right hand outside the outer edge of the left foot. You can tee that left arm to the floor and slowly explore a bent knee. Take that leg across the body. Take your time. Stay connected with that breath in and out through the nose. One more full inhale. We let that go. Then ride that leg up back towards the sky. Both hands on the ankle. Again, bend that knee as you need to. You're drawing the toes up and over. Feel that stretch. Nice. And you'll lower that left leg down. Shake it out. And we'll hug those knees back into our chest. Feet flat on the floor. We can't forget our bridges. So you can always go right into full wheel if you're exploring that this morning. Or we walk these heels in, feet parallel to the sides of the mat. We spin our palms up towards the sky. All four corners of the feet root into the mat as we lift our hip points high. Walk those shoulders in, interlace the hands if that's available. Squeeze that imaginary brick between your knees and lift that front body a little higher. Activating the glutes, the hamstrings, inner thighs, and those back muscles. One more breath here. We unwind the spine slowly. Take your time. Allow those knees to kiss. And we'll take our hands on our belly. Feeling the breath. Soften the face. We'll take one more. So open up the knees. Adjust your feet so they're parallel to the floor. Going into full wheel, some of you, hands underneath your shoulders. Or just going into your second bridge, our last bridge this morning. So feet root, hip points lift, feel that expansion on the front body. Start with walking the opposite shoulder under. Interlace the hands, take the opposite thumb on top. Energize and squeeze those knees together. Use the foundation of your feet, lift the front body another inch. You're gazing down the front center of your belly. And with control, we unwind the spine. Take your time. And we'll take those legs back up towards the sky. So option to stay right here, taking an inversion, or we'll move into our plow position. So we lift up our hips. Support underneath your hips. Take the toes up and over. Walking your hands down your spine. So at any point, if you have cut off your breath, come out of this posture. You're not putting too much tension on that neck. You're opening up the upper and middle back. After a few breaths, maybe exploring, taking your toes a little further overhead, walking your hands down the back body. 2 more breaths here. Final full inhale. With control, as slowly as possible, keep those hands supporting that back body. Watch those hips as they connect with the floor. You can support the hips with your hands, leading with those heels. Nice, and we'll bend those knees back in towards our chest. We'll cactus those hands out to the side, drop the knees to the right. Squeeze those knees together. Feel the back of the hands as they connect with the floor. Eyes soft or closed. You can take your gaze over that opposite shoulder. So squeeze those knees together. On an inhale, take those knees back to center, and we'll drop them in the opposite direction. So if the knees need some support, put a book or a brick underneath or a pillow. So always balancing effort and ease. One more full breath here. Let it go. Draw those knees back to center. We'll extend the legs into our happy baby. So reaching for the inner arches of our feet. Massage that back body. And then pausing in stillness, flex the feet. Holding on to those ankles. We draw the soles of our feet together, zip up the toes, allow those heels to come to those inner groins. And using those elbows to open up those knees. And then we'll slowly lower those feet to the floor, take up a lot of space on the mat. We're going to squeeze our hands, our face, our feet for 5. Squeeze everything for 4, find that tension for 3, 2, let it all go on 1. Find that next full incoming breath. Gently sigh it away. Windshield wiper your toes in and out. Adding some finger movements as we stretch our arms up overhead. And on that nice long exhale, hug those knees back into your chest one more time. We'll allow those knees to fall to either side of the mat. Pause there for a breath or 2. As you find your way to a comfortable seated position, soft eye gaze. Steady breathing. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude of his mind. William James. So inviting you to bring your hands to your heart center, feeling the effects of your practice this morning, and inviting you to bow your forehead to the tips of your fingers, joining your voice to seal the class off with 1 Om. So we'll sip in the inhalation. Om. The light within me honors and recognizes the light within all of you. Make it a great day. Namaste. And happy spring. Thanks, everyone. New beginnings, new opportunities. We always say what's going on outside to the trees happens on us. So we are blossoming. So thank you for joining. Make it a great day. Oh, Brett, you said you too.
Thanks, guys. Fun.
Thanks, everyone. We love all the dogs joining.
Thank you.
Oh, look at
Thanks,
Frida.
Phil.
Thank you, guys. Have a great
Thank you.
rainy
Thank you,
day.
Phil.
Thank you.
Hi, Steph.